I'm Anne-Marie Bellella of Bella Vista Farm, and today I wanted to show you how to make elderberry syrup from our kits. We have these little elderberry syrup kits, DIY. It has everything in here that you need to make your syrup except for the water and the honey. It has elderberries, cloves, cinnamon, and ginger. So I wanted to just do a quick tutorial so you could see how easy it is. Just literally open it. We are going to put this into a pot, dump it right in there, measure out 1.5 cups of water, pour it in. We're going to put a lid on the pot, bring it over to the stove, bring it to a boil, and then I will show you what to do next. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So here we are. We have our elderberry syrup and it's come to a boil. So what we're going to do, leave the lid cracked and turn it down. Reduce your heat to low. All right, let it go to a low simmer. Leave the lid cracked slightly. And we're gonna give it about 25-30 minutes. And then we'll be back. Keep checking on it though. All right, we are back. It's been 30 minutes. Oh, that lid is pretty hot. There's our elderberry syrup. And we're gonna smash it down with a potato masher, just to squish those berries. Okay, smash those down. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it off the heat and just let it sit and cool for about 10 minutes before we strain it, because it's a little bit too hot to strain right now. Look how nice and dark that color is. Beautiful. All right, see you in a little bit. Everybody, we're back. And so now we're going to strain our elderberry syrup and make it into a true syrup. So what I have here is a glass measuring cup, a large one, and a strainer, a fine mesh strainer. And inside it, I'm just using like a little jelly bag or a cheese bag, whatever you want to call it, but it has very fine holes so that nothing's going to fall through into your syrup. You could also use a piece of muslin cloth or cheesecloth if you double the cheesecloth. So what we do, make sure it's open. We're going to take our slightly cooled elderberry syrup and we're going to strain it. And actually it's not syrup yet, it's elderberry juice until we add the honey. All right, get it all out in there. All right. So we smash the berries a little bit with the potato masher. And now what we're going to do, with clean hands, of course, you're going to squeeze the bag so that the juice comes out, because those berries still have a lot of juice in them. All right. Smells so good. You can smell the cloves and the cinnamon and the ginger. Yum. All right. Of course, now we have purple hands. Napkin. Wipe the hands off. All right. So then you want to measure what you have. Even though we put in a cup and a half of water, and we should have a cup of juice left. So let's just see to make sure. And yes, exactly, we have 8 ounces, 1 cup. So that's pretty cool. I already measured a half a cup of honey, and this is raw honey. So find some raw honey locally, or if you want, you can get it as a package from my friends over at Jensen Reserve. They actually have the elderberry kits that we collaborated on and honey, so you could buy it as a package if you like. You could also visit me at the Monroe Farmers Market if you're local in Georgia, and you could pick some up there. All right. So the reason why we let it cool for 10 minutes is we don't want to kill all the beneficial enzymes in the raw honey. So this way it's warm, but it's not hot. So you're just going to have to mix a little bit longer. And then you can taste it. If you need to add a little bit more honey, you can. But basically you're adding half as much honey to what the juice is. So we had 8 ounces of the juice that we strained, and we're adding 4 ounces of the honey, and that equals 12 ounces. And then you just pour it into a jar, a glass jar. Glass is better than plastic. So make sure you're all mixed up there. And the reason for the honey is the honey will preserve your elderberry syrup. Some people do equal parts, but I find that a little bit too sweet. But what you do have to do is put this in the refrigerator as soon as you're done making this. Elderberries have a tendency to ferment really easy, and if you leave it out, you're going to have alcohol, elderberry syrup, and you could have an explosive jar. So we don't want that. So you go ahead and you put it in the refrigerator, and then take a tablespoon a day as a preventative. For children, you're going to want to do less, possibly a teaspoon or even less depending on the age of your child. Or if somebody gets sick, you go ahead and you break up that tablespoon into teaspoons and do them quite frequently, several times a day. All right, so there we go. We're going to pour it into our jar, and you can see how pretty it is. And there you have it, elderberry syrup. Have a great day.